You've been studying English for years. You know the grammar rules. You know hundreds of words. But the moment you speak, something feels off. You don't sound natural. You don't sound fluent. And you have no idea why. Here's the truth. It's not your vocabulary. It's not your grammar. It's a small set of specific mistakes that most English courses never even mention. Today, we fix all of that. These are the 10 mistakes that instantly reveal you're not a native speaker. And more importantly, exactly how to correct each one. Welcome to Fluent Grove. I'm Alex, and joining me today is Maya, who has been on her own English learning journey and knows exactly how these mistakes feel from the inside.
Hi, everyone. And honestly, I have made almost every single one of these mistakes myself, so this episode is going to be very personal for me.
By the end of this episode, you will know all 10 mistakes, why they happen, and the exact phrase to use instead. Let's get straight into it.
Okay, Alex, let's start. So I was talking to my colleague recently, and I said, "Can you explain me this report?" And she gave me the strangest look. Was that wrong?
Yes, and this is mistake number 1. You said, explain me. But in English, we never say, explain me something. We say, explain something to me. That little word to is absolutely essential.
Oh, so it should be, "Can you explain this report to me?" Just adding to changes everything?
Exactly. And the same rule applies to similar verbs. You never say, describe me or suggest me. Always describe it to me. Suggest something to me. The verb to is doing important work here.
That's such a small change, but I can already hear how much more natural it sounds.
Small changes, massive difference. That's the whole theme of today's episode.
Here's one I still catch myself doing. Sometimes I say, "I am agree with you." Is that also wrong?
That's mistake number 2, and it's extremely common. Agree is a verb, not an adjective. So you never say, I am agree. You simply say, I agree. No am, no is, no are.
So just, "I agree with you"? That's it? It sounds almost too simple.
That's it. And the opposite follows the same rule. Not I am disagree, but simply I disagree. Native speakers never add am before a verb like this. The same applies to I am think, I am know, I am believe. All wrong. Just I think, I know, I believe.
I am knowing this now. Sorry, that was intentional.
Perfect example of exactly what not to say. But that's how you'll remember it.
What about, "I have been here since 3 years"? I feel like that might be wrong, but I can never remember the rule.
Great one. This is mistake number 3. Since and for are confused constantly, and the rule is actually very simple once you hear it. Use since for a specific point in time. Since 2020, since Monday, since this morning. Use for a duration of time. For 3 years, for 2 hours, for a long time.
Oh, so it should be, "I have been here for 3 years," because 3 years is a length of time, not a specific moment.
Exactly right. You understood it immediately. And if you want to use a specific year, you would say, I have been here since 2022. Both sentences are correct, but for completely different reasons.
Okay, here's one that always trips me up. "I am boring" versus "I am bored." They seem the same, but I get them mixed up constantly.
Mistake number 4, and this one is important because saying the wrong version completely changes your meaning. I am bored means you feel bored right now. You have no interest in what's happening. But I am boring means other people find you uninteresting. You are a dull person.
Oh no, I have definitely said "I am boring" when I meant I was bored. That must have sounded so strange to people.
It happens to almost every English learner at some point. The rule is this. The ed ending describes how you feel. The ing ending describes what causes that feeling in others. So, I am tired. You feel tired. This journey is tiring. The journey causes tiredness in others.
ED is the feeling. ING is the cause. That's actually a really clean way to remember it. What about yesterday night? I say that literally all the time. Please tell me that's okay.
I'm sorry, Maya. Mistake number 5. Yesterday night simply does not exist in natural English. The correct phrase is last night. And this is part of a bigger pattern. Last night, last week, last month, last year. Never yesterday night or previous night.
So last night I watched a great movie, not yesterday night. I feel like I've been saying this wrong for years.
You have, but you'll never say it again after today. That's the whole point of this episode. We're halfway through, and the next 5 mistakes are just as important. Let's go through them quickly. Mistake number 6. Discuss about. You might say, let's discuss about the plan. But discuss already includes the idea of about. So the correct version is simply, let's discuss the plan. Same with mention about. Just say mention.
So some verbs already have about built into their meaning?
Exactly. Adding about after these verbs is redundant, like saying the same thing twice. Mistake number 7. Peoples and informations. These are uncountable nouns. You never say there were many peoples at the event. It's many people. You never say I need some informations. It's I need some information. People, information, advice, furniture, no S, ever.
I still catch myself saying information sometimes. It just sounds so natural coming from my first language.
That's because in many languages, these words do have plurals. English is the odd one out here. Mistake number 8. Open the light. You might say, can you open the light, please? But in English, lights are not opened. Lights are turned on. Doors and windows are opened. So the correct phrase is, can you turn on the light? And to switch it off, turn off the light, not close the light.
I grew up saying, open the light. This one is going to take me a while to fix.
You are definitely not alone. This one is incredibly common across many languages. Mistake number 9, confusing make and do. I need to do a decision is wrong. It should be make a decision. The general rule is use make when you are creating or producing something. Make a plan, make a mistake, make an effort. Use do for general actions and tasks. Do homework, do exercise, do a favor.
Is there a quick way to remember which is which?
Think of it this way. If the result is something you can see or touch, it's usually make. If it's just an activity, it's usually do. It's not perfect, but it works for most cases.
And mistake number 10. Perhaps the most universal of all. I have 30 years. In English, you do not have an age. You are an age. So, I am 30 years old, not I have 30 years. This mistake comes from almost every language background. Spanish, Arabic, French, Hindi, because in those languages you do have an age.
In English, you are your age. I love that. It's almost philosophical.
I hadn't thought of it that way. But yes, in English, you are your age. Remember that. These are so practical. Every single one of these comes up in real conversations every single day. The good news is, now that you know them, you will start catching yourself before you make them. That awareness is the first real step towards sounding natural in English. Now, I want to hear from you. Drop a comment below and tell me, Which of these 10 mistakes were you making? I read every single comment on this channel.
And if this episode helped you, subscribe to Fluent Grove. We publish new English lessons every single week. Trust me, you do not want to miss the next one.
See you in the next episode.